We'll be starting in about a minute. And I go QP. BD8BQS. Good evening, Steve. I'll get to you here in a minute once we get the net started.
Hey, no problem, Pat. Just listening early. I'm doing some things myself.
Yeah, what? Good evening and happy holidays. Calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club's Tuesday night. Why do I want to keep saying Monday? Tuesday night net, VHF net. My name's Pat, and my call sign is November 8 Oscar Quebec Papa. However, for the purposes of this net, we'll be using a club call of Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. This is an open and directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in with us. You don't have to be a member of the club, but we'd love to have you. And anybody and everybody's allowed. Anybody with privileges is welcome to check in. The traffic will go through net control, and since this is a emergency traffic can break in at any time, we ask that you leave little pauses between transmissions. Okay. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of ideas, amateur-related ideas, and information to keep the public up on the happenings of not only our club, but amateur radio and everything else. We meet every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock p.m. local time. I'll start with announcements and then ask for any check-ins from anyone with announcements, club member or not, for information and for information on our I'm screwing this up bad, or information of general use to our interest to our net. Once this is complete, we'll take regular check-ins, at which time I'll ask you to give me your call, repeat it phonetically, followed by your name. When all check-ins are completed, I will close the net after repeating the announcements, and we'll go on our way here. Okay, for the announcements, I don't have very much. Please remember that the Christmas party is coming up in about, 15 days. Good grief, that's going forward. There will not be a meeting this coming Wednesday night or tomorrow night. I thought about doing just a Zoom thing. If anybody's interested in doing that, we could probably arrange that if you just let me know what you want to do. Otherwise, we'll just meet on the 17th we're going to start gathering at the venue. Used to be Bumpus Drugs on Talmadge Circle. We'll start gathering there probably between 5:30 and 6. Have just about an hour for social time, and then we'll close things up for the year. This year went really quick to me. Anyway, that all being said, is there any other announcements that I haven't got to yet? If so, please come down.
KA8BSA.
KA8BSA, good evening, Keith. What do you got for us?
And good evening, everyone. This is Keith, KA8BSA, live and direct from Ellet. I got the trivia question. I did this before. Let me wake up my tablet. Who is the patron saint of amateur radio? Hold on a second. Okay, your choices are A, Echo Alpha Zero JC, B, Sierra Papa 3 Roger November, C is FO or Foxtrot Oscar 5 Golf Juliet, and D is Sierra Uniform 1 Victor Nancy. And for extra credit, what's his name?
That's a good one. I'm not really sure of, but I'd probably pick number 3 just for the heck of it. We'll see if I'm right or not. Any other announcements for us?
Nope, that's it. Well, technically, not it. For you pipe smokers, the Crooked River Pipers are meeting this Saturday at the Pipe Rack at 10 a.m. I think I'm done. Back to you, Pat, KA8BSA.
Keith, we'll keep that one in mind. And I'm going to have to get with you later on. I don't want February. I don't want December either. All right, looks like about the middle of the month is the 9th or the 10th or the 10th or the 17th of January. We need to set something up as far as the testing goes, so I can get that in the works. But is there anything you're going to need for that?
Only the proposed dates that I could give to the church, make sure we have the room that we use open.
Okay, 10th to the 17th, which is those 2 Saturdays in the middle. I'll wait till you get back to me with it, but then I'll start putting the announcements out. So any of you guys that are looking for your license or listening on scanners or whatever, probably either January 10th or the 17th. I would imagine we're going to do another morning, but we'll see what happens there. I'll have more announcements as it gets closer. So if there's nothing else, Keith, I'll go ahead and move on and see if there's anything else.
Oh, yeah, I do have one more. If you look up my address in QRZ, the Christmas lights are live. From now, starting at 5 p.m. until 10:30, they will run Monday through Friday till January 3rd. Just look up my address on QRZ if you want to do a drive-by. Back to you. I'm done now, I think. Yeah, I'm done. Just let me know if trivia question needs repeated.
We'll do that. All right, are there any other announcements of public interest? Please come now. Okay, hearing nothing, I would imagine Mr. BQS would probably want to be recognized. So, Steve, I'll make you number one. I'm going to be open for check-ins. If you'd like to check in with our net, please call W8CRC.
Whiskey Delta 8, Bravo Quebec Sierra, Steve, Cuyahoga Falls, up by Blossom.
John in Akron.
Okay, John, hang on a second. K8G. John. Gotcha, sir. Anybody else, please?
November 8, November Hotel in Akron, in and out.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the check-in. Sure you don't want to make a guess on the trivia?
No, I didn't catch it all, so I'm going to say no.
Okay, well, hopefully see you the 17th anyway. Thanks for checking in with us.
We're going to try. We'll just be getting back from out of town, so that day, so we're going to try, though.
Okay, hopefully we'll see you. Anybody else for check-ins, please call.
F8CCY, Bob, beautiful Firestone Park.
KF8C, and that is Bob. Okay, gotcha, Bob. Anybody else? Let's try to get at least one or two more.
KF8, FAQ, Chick, in Cuyahoga Falls, in and out.
It's KF8. I didn't catch the last part of your call, sir.
It's Kilo Foxtrot 8, Foxtrot Alpha, Quebec.
Okay, FAQ. I knew I heard something similar to that. Your name, sir?
Dick, in Cuyahoga Falls.
Okay, sir. Sir, thank you for the check-in. Was that in and out, or did you have something for that?
In and out, thank you.
Okay, sir, thank you for checking in with us, and have a good afternoon or evening. Anybody else want to check in? We'll go one more, hopefully. All right, hearing nothing, let's go back up to the top, where we have WD8BQS. Good afternoon, Steve.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. WD8BQS here. Nothing really big going on. I just was a little bit miffed at these weather guys. Nobody really predicted a big snowfall, and when it seems like when they do, did you ever notice how we don't hardly get anything, and except the dusting maybe? But this thing kind of caught everybody off guard until like the day before. It was kind of weird, I thought, but that's just me, I guess. Hey, Keith, could you repeat the answers, if it's okay with Pat, for that? I didn't really catch the call letters that I have here for the gentleman that is the patron saint of amateur radio.
Sure, this is KABSA. All right. A is Echo Alpha Zero, Juliet, Charlie. Couldn't think of my phonic alphabet. B is Sugar Papa 3, Roger Nancy. And C is Foxtrot Oscar 5, Golf Juliet. D is Sierra Uniform 1, Victor Nancy. And for extra credit, what is his name?
Okay, well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I'm going to go with B, I think, and I'm not sure. The only part of his name I can think of is possibly Max. Not sure if that's correct or not, but put me down for Max, I guess. Not sure of his last name. So, anything else? No. Back to net, WD8BQS.
Hey, Steve, and like I told you in a text, I'll try to get that thing put on the website here. I probably should have already done it, but we'll get there. Anyway, let's move things on here to Mr. GKG. Good evening, John. How are you, sir?
Yeah, good evening, Pat, and hello to everyone on the net. Yeah, it's a beautiful evening to stay in and be on the air. How about that? And Pat, you can appreciate this. It was a wonderful day to be retired, wasn't it? Oh, my goodness. Well, I did get out this afternoon. My wife and I went out to and got coffee, and then we stopped at our favorite toy store up in Talmadge, and I brought home a new toy for the radio room. And so that was my day, and let's see. What I did have a question for the group. Has anyone who participated in the 13 Colonies event last July, have any of you received your certificate yet? Last year I got mine in November, and now it's December, and I still haven't got one. I was just concerned. I want to make sure they're going out. With regard to trivia, I'm not sure, but Hiram Percy Maxim founded the Hiram Percy Maxim founded the ARRL, but his call was W8CRC. So I don't have a clue what the answer is. So with that, Pat, back to net control. KAHEKG.
Yeah, John, I'll tell you what, it was a rough life. Today I kind of just rolled over and got out of bed at the crack of noon. I've been sitting down here playing on a computer and playing with the dogs, playing with the wife. Not necessarily in that order. Watching my wife work, and it was a tough life. Anyway, she's probably about ready to slap me, but what the heck, it was fun. Let's move things on here to Mr. CCY. Good evening, Bob. How you doing?
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's done eating their turkey from last Thursday. I know I am. We had a pizza last night. So sick of turkey. For John, in my email to you, I did have the wrong date. It's not the 7th of December. It's this weekend, the 6th. Other than that, just getting my lights ready. Going to try to put some up tomorrow. With that said, I'm going to guess D on the trivia, and I don't know, Pat for the name. KF8CCY, back to net.
Ain't Patrick. Yeah. I ought to work for that position. And someday somebody, 100 and a quarter, 100 and a year, 100 and a half years from now, they'll be saying, who was the second patron saint? It was me.
Could be.
Yeah, I'm not holding worth. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got for the check-ins. Let's see if there's any more out here. If you'd like to check in with our net, please call W8CRC.
W8CRC, this is NAYPT Portable in the house.
Good evening, Tracy. Got anything for the net tonight?
Perform India Bravo, KE8UIB, John in Massillon.
Okay, John, hold on just a second here. Tracy, I got you, but you doubled with, Tracy, you doubled with, or I should say, John, you doubled with Tracy. Give me your call again, sir.
Kilo Echo 8 Uniform India Bravo KE8 UIB.
Name was John?
Roger. John's the name here.
Okay, we got that. Let's take and try one more round here. If we don't do anything, we'll get back to the top here. So, anybody else want to check in? Please call now. Okay, hearing nothing, we'll go ahead back to Tracy. Anything for the net tonight, Tracy?
Yeah, it's cool.
You're pretty choppy.
I want to go to Florida.
Yeah, don't we all?
What's the trivia question tonight, Pat?
Then I'll refer to K8BSA. Keith, it's yours.
All right, Pat, thank you. This is KABSA. All right, tonight's trivia question. What is the call sign of the Saint of Ham Radio? I know I said before who is, but who is the patron saint of ham radio? What is his call sign? I have a list of call signs here. A is Echo Alpha Zero Juliet. I did it again. C. Charlie. B is Sierra Papa 3 Romeo Nancy. C, that was B. C is Fox Oscar 5 Golf Quebec. Boy, I'm doing as bad as you did at the beginning of there, Pat. And D is Sierra Uniform 1 Victor Nancy. Again, Echo Alpha 0 JC is A. Sierra Papa 3 Registered Nurse is B. F is Fox Oscar 5 Golf Juliet. And D is Sierra Uniform 1 Victor Nancy.
I think I'll go with the 3 call there.
I'll put you down for B. Thank you, Trace. Oh, extra credit. What's his name?
Lewis.
All right, Pat, I'm done. Back to you, KABSA.
Okay, thanks, Keith. And we'll get another call here, so let's take him next. KE8UIB. Good evening, John. How are you?
W8CRC from K8UIB. Good evening, Net, and everybody out there. Just want to jump in, say hello tonight, and all the trivia. Let me knock that out the way here since my dog keeps nudging me, and his name happens to be Bo. I'll go with B for Bravo and just see how that goes. So I really don't have a slightest idea. With that, I'm just sitting here playing radio, relaxing. The wife's sitting behind me here, Lori KF8DTP, and let me see. It's been a long work day for us and stuff, and so we're just home relaxing. Got our dinner in us, and just finished off with Stark County Net, and jumped on to here, and I'll be off to the Sarah Net after that. So with that, you guys, I just want to say thanks for having me, and this is KE8UIB, and I will hand this back over to Net Control. 7-3, y'all. And I hope everybody had a blessed Thanksgiving.
Okay, thank you, John. Have a good evening, too. Ours was just kind of restful. We had a Thanksgiving dinner, Thanksgiving Day, and then we did. The oldest granddaughter wanted to wanted to do a Friendsgiving here, which turned out pretty nice. I got to meet a couple of her teachers, although she's graduated. It's high school now, but it was kind of fun. Anyway, let's get back to the requesting for call signs. If you'd like to check into our net, please call W8CRC. Okay, hearing nothing, I'm going to go ahead and reread the number of check-in, reread the announcements. The first announcement we got is there will be no meeting tomorrow night unless somebody wants to jump in and say that they'd like to have a Zoom meeting. That's about as far as we're going to go. If you'd like to all meet, I can open the club Zoom room up, so it wouldn't be an issue. But just let me know. Even if it's after the net or whatever, we can do it. But anyway, the other announcement that I have is we are having the Christmas party the 17th of December, which is a Wednesday, and we'll be at the venue. The venue is where the old bumpus trucks for any old-time Talmadgers are. We'll start probably about 5:30. Start arriving about 5:30. We'll give it about an hour there, and then we'll probably do we'll take and do we'll do the ordering, and then after the ordering gets there, there'll be time for a little more stuff to go on. Let me break for a second. Lastly but not leastly, we are going to do a testing session in January. I've pretty much decided. The test will be at the church. It's either going to be the Saturday of the 10th or the 17th. I got to wait for some information to get back to me first. With that, take one more round of check-ins here. If there is nobody, then we'll go ahead and close her up for the night. If there's anybody else want to check in, please call W8CRC.
EQS with a recheck.
Good.
Hey, the name of that place at the Talmud Circle, that could be a Laurel and Hardy skit. Like, hey, where's this Christmas party going to be? At the venue? And he goes, yeah, at the venue. Well, yeah, but I want to know the name of the venue. It's at the venue.
Who's on first?
I know, that's got to be the weirdest name I ever heard of for a place. That just seems kind of strange. Oh, well, that just happened to hit me on the funny bone a minute ago, so I thought I'd throw that in there. WD8BQS.
Well, the reason I picked that, or kind of encouraged it, is we're going to, they're going to cut us a pretty decent deal, I think. There's not going to be any room fee or anything. It'll just be everybody paying for their own menu. And the nice part of it is you can actually either get from Danny Boy's or you can order from the Firehouse, which is there's two restaurants in one. So it gives you a pretty decent menu. We'll see what happens. That's all I can say. With that, if there's no more check-ins, we'll go ahead and close her up. Anyone else to check in, please call W8CRC.
BSA with the trivia question. Recheck.
I was getting to you.
Okay, I'll wait for you to get to me then.
My wife just told me we can check her in, so got anything for the net tonight, dear? No? Okay. Okay, well, her neck's just hurting. Anyway, let's go ahead and close things up here. Mr. BSA, now you can do the trivia question.
Well, you are probably a pain in her neck. All right, the trivia question. What is the call sign of the patron saint of amateur radio? And let me wake my tablet up again. Oh, I need the pass key. There we go. Oops, that's the wrong password. All right. What is the call sign of the patron saint of amateur radio? The choices were Echo Alpha Zero, Juliet Charlie. Hey, I got it right that time. B, Sierra Papa 3, Roger Nancy. C is Fox Oscar 5, Juliet Golf. And D is Sierra Uniform 1, Victor Nancy. And I got 3 people that got it right. The answer is B, and his name is Saint Maximilian Colby from, he's Polish. Back to you, KA8BSA.
That's a pretty good question. That's one you wouldn't really think that much, enough to know it, memorize it, but that's cool. Anyway, let's see if there's any more out. And if this is the absolute last call, if this is it, hold it or speak now or forever hold it till next week. If you'd like to check in, one last call. Please call W8CRC. I think I'd know my own call sign by now. I don't know what it is either. Anyway, anybody else want to check in? Please call. In preparing to close this net, I'd like to thank everybody that took the time to join us and check in tonight. Without your participation, there wouldn't be a net. I'd be sitting here probably twiddling my thumbs and calling Keith every 2 minutes on the phone. So lucky Keith. Without the participation, there'd be no net. This has been November 8, Oscar Quebec Papa. Name's Pat, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I'll go ahead and close the net with looks like 11 check-ins, counting our silent key. So 11 check-ins, and I'm going to now take and turn a repeater to normal and customary amateur use. See you guys within or nothing else. We'll see you this next week. Have a good one. And this is W8CRC with N80QP in the net. Sure, and we're clear.
Hey, CCY, you still around?
Not sure who you were calling. You cut the first part of it off.
You? Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm still around. This is KABSA.
F8CCY here. I need a big favor, if you will. I don't know how I did it, but I dumped the program on the Yasu. If you can or will bring your computer Saturday, I'll bring the cable and the radio. If you can redo it, and then I'll see if I can mess it up again.
Okay. I don't know if it'll come up for you, but if you go to the Google Club Google Drive, you'll see, I think I set it up right, code plugs. And if you go into that directory of the files, you should be able to, I saved it there. Or I can email you the file, KABSA.
You can email it, I would appreciate that, and I'll give it a try tomorrow or whenever. I appreciate it. I don't know what I did, but I was trying to play with it, get used to it, and I don't know how. I just dumped the whole program out.
Okay, no problem. I'll try to get it done later. I need to run upstairs and see what's going on since the missus is home, and need to get some dinner going. So I'll catch y'all, KA8BSA.
Thank you, sir. No rush. KF8CCY, clear.
Hey, OQP, WD8BQS for a short one, I hope.
I are here.
Hey, Pat, I'm trying to do one of these little project boxes, and I was wondering if you know what they do to control LEDs to change the colors. I've got a USB 5 volts into the switch, and they've got a 3-position switch, just momentary, and then 2 wires coming out, but somehow they're able to change the brightness, change the colors, and turn the unit off with another switch, which I can pretty much understand that one, but I don't know how they're doing the color change with just 2 wires coming out of that switch. It must be something in the switch diodes maybe, or lowering the voltage or raising the voltage somehow to make these other diodes turn on, the LEDs.
Yeah, you got me there. I would think that most of those have those little power supply wall warts, and I would imagine it's probably done in there somehow, or with some sort of a circuit board that is sensitive to those buttons on it. I've got a bunch of those lights, and of course, then again, it may be looking for a certain frequency, and whenever you put the frequency into it, that changes the color of the light.
Yeah, Pat, I kind of understand that, but it's really weird. It just has a little USB plug on one end, which just goes into any wall wart for 5 volts, and coming out of the switch, like the switch is in the middle of the power cord, and coming out of the switch is just 2 wires, and somehow they change the brightness and change the colors. And I'm trying to do this for my daughter, for her kids' class. She wants to have, one of these big round buttons that these kids that are a little slow can use. They're in her special needs kids, and they want these big switches hooked up. And I'm not sure, other than taking the switch apart, which seems to be the switch is maybe just a little bigger than a couple of pencils together, and it's about 3 or 4 inches long, so it's not a very big thing, but somehow they're doing that inside that switch, or that switch little switch housing, which, I don't understand what could be in there other than maybe some diodes, or like you said, maybe some, and there's nothing in the box. I've got into the box, and the cord goes right into the box and attaches right to these LED strips that you could, I think, get just about any place.
I'm thinking that now that I've given that some thought, they're probably doing that through a remote control. I know that's how mine are. I've never had the actual wall wart taken apart, but they'd almost have to do something like that. And the only thing with that is that they are somehow making it generic. Because I think I've got about 6 of these controls laying around, and all of them will do the same thing.
Okay, somehow it's got. I'm wondering if maybe these are special strips, light strips, LED strips, or whatever. Because I can plug it into any common USB outlet, and this thing will work like that. So I don't think they're doing anything switchy or anything in the power supply coming in, because there's only 2 wires feeding that switch and 2 wires exiting the switch. So it's kind of weird. All right, I was just curious. I just felt kind of dumb thinking about that and wondered, geez, how could they be doing that inside that little skinny switch? Can't be that big of a board in there, but maybe they're actually doing it on the LED strip, where they're somehow switching with the momentary switch. They're actually either got a voltage change or something that the board is, that those strips are sensing, possibly, and that's what's doing it. So I don't know. I was hoping I could get a hold of one of you smart guys and be able to tell me what's going on there before I have to tear the switch apart to find out what they're doing.
Now you got my curiosity up. I'm going to look this up on the web. Hang loose for a couple minutes. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, Pat, I tried to look up a schematic and I couldn't find anything on it on the web, so maybe you'll have better luck. But I was on YouTube even, and also the internet, Googled it, and I couldn't find anything. They showed me the switches, which just the outside. So there's not a whole lot there. But I was able to take the thing apart, so I know actually there's only 2 wires coming out of there. That's kind of just seems really strange that how they're doing that, but I know they might even have a little chip in there. I guess I suppose it's possible. Anyway, if you have any luck, let me know. WD8BQS will be standing by.
Well, there's got to be something to it, and they can really make these little ICs small nowadays. But that almost has to be between the maybe there might be something where you plug it in that's actually activating the switch. But it's got to be something like that. Let me look. OQP.
I think there was somebody there, WD8BQS.